Welcome back everyone to the weekly news review for the week ending in 9th of July 2022. I'm Dark Hour 717, and this is where we bring you the latest news from the Star Citizen verse. This week has quite a bit to go through, so before we get started, if you like these weekly updates, hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it, and it really helps me get the videos out to more people. So this week we are still in Wave 1 PTU for patch 3.17.2. With several updates coming out this past week, we've seen some new items added onto the patch notes. With the latest patch notes, we see that turret acceleration was added as a testing focus, and for those with redeemers, it appears the turning speed has been doubled as calculated by those that tested it. Also listed is test playthroughs for the Jumptown Dynamic event scheduled for Saturday, as that is in progress while I write this, but also a Siege of Orison test playthrough on PTU for noon Central Time on Sunday. We're definitely going to be trying to jump into that as it's scheduled for a 6-hour run. Some of the known issues that are occurring have to do with the hijacked reclaimer mission causing the player to get a crime stat after completing the main objective. The lawful underground facility missions are causing people to wake up in grim hex when they get killed, and Carrack elevators are desynced and not operating correctly. At ASOP, ships that get stored from pads are going into an unknown state for location, and they're being required to be reclaimed. The elevators at stations continue to murder more people than they actually carry, as the doors are pushing players through the station as it comes in. And mission NPCs are not spawning into missions as they should. These are actually just a few of the known issues, and most of the rest do carry over from previous patches. They did add more core tech with making further actor system downstream network improvements, and as for bug fixes, well, the failed negotiations reclaimer should no longer despawn with players in it. And if you complete the Destroy the Reclaimer objective, it should no longer result in a crime stat 2. Players can also no longer receive a crime stat for damaging a vehicle with another vehicle that they already own while being lifted up on a cargo elevator inside an armistice zone. The Ghost Hollow Reclaimer site has been cleared of many unwanted trees, and AI reinforcement ships should no longer take off before all its troops have left the ship. Another one that I've seen a lot of Spectrum posts about is the 600i Executive should now have the correct interior, as well as the Asperia blade weapon should be charging at a consistent rate. So there's a lot of bug fixes that they've added onto the list. 3.17.2 in general has actually been running smoother for me than the actual PU, which is nice to see, though still has a ways to go. We know already that the intended live push for the patch is after the Foundation Festival, so that gives us another week of testing, and hopefully means we may see a PTU open to all backers early this coming week. With another test play of Siege of Orison this weekend, it'll be interesting to see if some of the issues from the last test has been cleared up. Of course, the biggest issues we saw in the last test I discussed in the Siege of Orison review video that I did, and I'll link it above here as well as in the description. But what I'm really hoping for is that we'll see an increased performance, making the crashing issue that affected several members of the party all at the same time is cleared, as well as NPC desync, which caused a lot of teleportation of the AI, and of course the failure in key parts of the event spawning in. This would be the lieutenants that are necessary for getting through to the end of the event. Time will tell, especially after the next playthrough of the event on Sunday. This week also brought us the Foundation Festival. This is actually a yearly celebration that lasts for the majority of the month of July to honor the Star Citizen community. It is celebrated as citizens and civilians volunteer with local and imperial organizations in a hope that they're going to lift each other up to become stronger. The ways in which this is celebrated is through the guide system. This is a system in which players volunteer to take a new citizen under their wing to teach them specific activities in the verse. During the festival, a special Foundation Festival paint can be earned by completing the guided training sessions. Categories in the ship they receive a paint for include Basics would be a Drake Cutlass Black, Vehicle Combat an Aegis Gladius, FPS Combat they'll win an Anvil Valkyrie paint, Mining a Misk Prospector paint, Missions Misk Freelancer paint, Trading Drake Caterpillar paint, Touring Origin 600i paint, Miscellaneous would be Crusader Mercury Star Runner paint, Refueling would be an Anvil Arrow paint, and Medical would be a Drake Cutlass Red paint. Now originally it was set at needing several different sessions completed in each category to receive the paint, though CIG did change that due to the number of guides that signed up versus the number of new citizens, and now only a single guided session needs to be completed to earn the paint for that category. Other rewards for completing guides are the beanies and ball caps, Originally, the number needed for these were also high, but was adjusted down from 1, 3, and 6 to only needing 1, 2, and 3, the first two levels getting you the beanies and the third level getting you the ball cap. Keep in mind the guide system is available for all players to use year-round, and this is not specific to just the festival. So for those of you new to Star Citizen, you have many ways to learn the in-game activities that you're most interested in. Other than the guide system, there are several other things going on with the festival. We have the Free Fly event that's running through the 18th of July, in which you can get in-game and try it out before pledging, and you'll have access to several ships to test drive. These include the Drake Cutlass Black, the Drake Dragonfly, the Mist Prospector, the Crusader Mercury Star Runner, the Anvil Arrow, and the Aegis Avenger Titan. Of course, if you're already a citizen, you can also get free access to these ships by going to the Free Fly page and enter the code, and they will be placed in your ASOP to fly. Along with the Free Fly, we do have a new referral bonus going with the Drake Dragonfly. If you use an existing player's referral code with a paid game pack, use of this code will get you a free Drake Dragonfly with LTI, and that's going to be yours to keep and is fully upgradable. This is of course a $40 value and a great incentive and reward for getting into the game. The Free Fly also brings in some limited sales with discount starter packs at $40.50 US for an Aurora MR with the festival paint, or you can also get it with Squadron 42 for $60.50 US, the 100i starter pack with the festival paint at $52 US, or you can get that again with Squadron 42 for $72 US. Alongside the starter packs, we do have the Mercury Star Runner available at $260 US, and I expect that we'll see these running through at least the 18th, if not the entire month. Finally, we do have the Tales of Camaraderie contest going, which you can enter through July 21st, and you can submit a true story of when you received help from other players or helped others yourself. Prizes for this will be first place a Drake Caterpillar, second place a Crusader Mercury Star Runner, and third place a Mist Prospector, all with LTI. A link to the rules and how to enter will be in the description. Other news around the verse is that there's a new ground vehicle that is being tested on the PTU, the Anvil Centurion. This is a new ground assault vehicle which is built off the ballista base, and it appears to have a quad-size 4 CF447 laser repeater on it. This is an interesting vehicle, and though I do not have one to test, several have received them in PTU to test, and they have been spotted out there as well as highlighted on some streams. The use of this I think will come in big at Jumptown for sure, and events like Hearst and Hurt Locker. It will be cool though to see other ways that people find to put these things to use. This is something I'm sure we will see be released with patch 3.17.2, and keep an eye out for that as there is not any other official info on the vehicle. I expect we'll find out more this week though. Of course, we saw the standard This Week in Star Citizen on Monday, and Tuesday brought us the lore post with Mining Rocks. This was a letter from Shubin Interstellar that is a message from the CEO. This covers what they feel makes Shubin the long-lasting company it is, and the introduction of ShuGen, a new employee regen program they offer to all employees and their families. The letter goes on to discuss the success of their safety strike team and finishes up with a congrats to Moon Anchor Construction for their 50th anniversary as a contractor. After that, we did get the PU monthly report that goes into all the work that's gone into the verse over the last month, as well as we received the Squadron 42 monthly report via email, and that's actually going to be posted on the RSI site come Wednesday. I recommend checking these out as they contain a huge amount of information. Wednesday also brought us the roadmap roundup though, which gave us a lot of new entries for the progress tracker. What we see added is the vehicle tractor beams have been added to the EUPU gameplay feature team and the weapon content team schedule. Artificial gravity has been added to the EUPU gameplay feature team schedule as well, and the Fire Rat's armor was added to the SC character art team schedule. Shopkeepers outfits and unified item ports added to the character tech art team schedule, and swimming tier 0 added to the actor feature team schedule. Environmental space missions and new interdiction scenarios added to the EU Sandbox 1 team schedule, and they added back onto the progress tracker the physicalized weapon handling, and this is back on the weapons features team schedule. So lots going on with the roadmap, but nothing added to the release view. Thursday, of course, we did not get an Inside Star Citizen as they are on break, but Friday we did see Star Citizen live, and this was the Practical Interactable. Of course, this was another game dev episode, and this was Jared and Lewis from CIG, who is part of the Interactables team. This is the team that will be responsible for interactables with complex props and support several other teams. This was previously known as the props team until they were reorganized to take on more. So in this episode, they go through and design some camping gear. As they go through, they also discuss many aspects of the team and design. And also it seems they're discussing some possible other gear that we'll see as far as beds, tables, and tents that are in discussion but not yet decided to be coming in game. It is an interesting episode, as most of the game dev ones are, and really focuses on the creation process and how things get designed. But that is about it for this week though, and I hope you found this information useful and everyone is enjoying the Foundation Festival. Remember to get your entries in for the Origin 325A giveaway. Just subscribe here and leave a comment on any video to be entered. You can also head over to Twitch and follow for a second entry, and this is where you can catch our streams every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you would like to support the channel, check out the merch store, the Patreon, or even click the join button above to get a membership for as low as 99 cents per month. I want to again say thank you for joining me, and everyone be safe out there, and we will catch you next time.